Here with reaction, Texas Senator Ted Cruz. Senator, anything I'm saying there constitutionally? You're a great scholar. You've argued before the Supreme Court. Alan Dershowitz has said, even though he disagrees with you politically, you're one of the smartest debaters and students he ever had. Am I right on the Constitution?
Sean, you are absolutely right. What we are seeing across the board in the legal system is the weaponization and the politicization of our legal system. In over 2 centuries of our nation's history, a president has never been indicted, a former president has never been indicted. In just over 1 year, Donald Trump has been indicted 4 times by partisan Democrat prosecutors who hate his guts. On top of that, you have the ridiculous civil lawsuit by Letitia James, a partisan Democrat who ran on the promise to, quote, get Donald Trump and got a $450 million judgment against him. She wants to take $500 million from him for an offense that injured nobody, that there was no harm, and that the supposed victim who made money on it were giant international banks. It is absurd. And here's the most important thing to understand. It is not just that Democrats hate Donald Trump. They do, to be sure. But the real target here is you, the American voters. This is an assault on democracy. And Democrats love to beat their chest and say we're defending democracy. But the reason all of these cases are being brought is because Democrats are terrified that the voters in November are going to reelect Donald Trump as president. And they're trying to bring the entirety of the legal system to stop the voters. This is the greatest assault on democracy, literally, in the history of our country. And we're seeing it with every elected Democrat quietly applauding and celebrating this assault.
You know, where's Merrick Garland? Don't we call the department he heads up? It's called, correct me if I'm wrong, the Department of Justice. I believe in equal justice under the law, equal application of our laws. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, in every one of those Trump Organization deals when they were applying for loans and applying for insurance policies, there was a disclaimer in every one of them saying, don't use our valuations. By the way, nobody lending hundreds of millions of dollars or insuring hundreds of millions of dollars in property would ever go with somebody else's valuations. They have a fiduciary responsibility to do their own. So you have a disclaimer in there saying, don't use our valuations. And then, if this whole case is about valuation, can you explain to me how the judge to this day is still adhering to a value of Mar-a-Lago at a mere $18 million, when in fact you can't get you can buy a 2-acre lot on the ocean in Palm Beach, Florida? That's $200 million. This has 22 acres. It has the intercoastal. It has the ocean. It has a historic building. It's got 2 clubs. And I might add, it's in pristine condition with 50-some-odd bedrooms and bathrooms. So you tell me, Senator, does Merrick Garland not have a duty? Does he not see what's going on? Are judges like this allowed to sit on the bench and put out $500 million in fines? Really? Is that our country?
Look, of course Merrick Garland sees what's going on, but he wants this to happen. Merrick Garland is the most politicized attorney general in history. This Department of Justice has been weaponized. And listen, I want everyone at home to think about, in terms of what Letitia James argued. She says that Trump overvalued his real estate. Well, think about it. How many of y'all have ever gotten a home mortgage? If you get a home mortgage, you go to your bank and say, you know what? I love this house. It's really pretty. The backyard, I love the flowers and trees. I think the house is worth $10 million. Now, is there a bank on earth that would say, okay, if it's worth $10 million, we'll give you a $10 million mortgage? No. They'll send an appraiser, they'll look at it, and they'll tell you, this is what it's worth, and we ain't giving you a penny more. In this instance, the victim was Deutsche Bank, a global multi-billion-dollar company. They know how to value real estate. Their testimony at the trial is they thought these loans were great loans. They were thrilled. They said Donald Trump was a whale. They made money on them. They wanted to make more loans just like it. And you mentioned Mar-a-Lago. The idea, you and I have both been to Mar-a-Lago. It's an incredible property. The idea that it's worth $18 million, you can't buy a hot dog stand in Palm Beach for $18 million. When I last saw Trump at Mar-a-Lago, I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, Mr. President, I'll give you $20 million for it right now. I don't have $20 million, but if you say yes, I promise you I can raise it in 60 seconds. And of course, he laughed because it is absurd. It is a property that is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. But look, that smarmy, sanctimonious, smiling judge is a vicious partisan who hates Donald Trump, and he loved, I'm going to take $500 million from you because I hate you, rule of law be damned. And did one Democrat in New York speak out against it? And by the way, who in their right mind would do business in New York? Because you know what? First, Letitia James comes from Donald Trump, but the next business owner who ticks off the Democrats in power, they're going to come and take millions from you. This is a catastrophic decision for the rule of law in New York.
Yeah. Senator Cruz, and I want people to understand that Chuck Schumer has made Senator Cruz his #1 target, and literally tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars are going into Texas to smear the senator. Senator, we need you back. I'm not very happy with a number of your colleagues for not being conservative. You have been a staunch, steady, conservative voice and a fighter. We need you back in the Senate. So we appreciate you being here. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.